The Sopranos created a world where audiences were willing to watch anti-heroes. It did that through the character of Tony Soprano, a mob boss who was a brutal murderer but also a family man. That also built up the show's series finale to massive levels of hype. Part of the audience wanted to see Tony Soprano pay for his crimes, while part of it wanted to see him get away with everything. So how David Chase ended the show with the last scene is legendary. Tony goes to a diner to have dinner with his family. Then some believe he is murdered while others think not. David Chase just came out and said in a Vox interview that Tony Soprano didn't die, but he wanted audiences to be unsure. I think David Chase's admission is not going to quell this debate. People will be debating about it until the end of time. Here's how he provoked that debate in the first place. We see a shot of his face, and then we see a shot of his point of view. And this continues throughout as he greets his various family members. And the last shot is him looking up to see his daughter come in, and we never see his daughter come in. We just cut to black. And the people who believe that he died say that this argues that he was shot in the back of the head, that this guy coming in right in front of his son AJ is the guy who kills him, the guy in the members-only jacket. He's somebody we've never seen before. But in the line of Tony's work, you know, anybody could die at any time.
Onion rings. Best of the state, as far as I'm concerned.
Here we have his daughter doing parallel parking. So the idea is that David Chase is ramping up the suspense here so much. You expect something to happen, but the argument for the idea that this is more ambiguous is that David Chase is specifically setting us up to have this reaction, to feel this tense, and then never have that resolved. David Chase loved to do stories that featured dream logic, that were more about psychology than plotting, and that's one of the things that made the show revolutionary, was it refused to conform to traditional narrative structures. And having the show end without a real ending would be very in keeping with that. One of the arguments I've always liked about this is that Tony's spirit is already sort of morally dead. We know that he can't evolve, we know that he can't change as a person, and whether he dies at the end of this scene, or he dies 30 years later of a heart attack, or he dies getting hit by a bus crossing the street, he's still dead, because he can't change.